Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my podcast. And let's get this show on the road. I'm back once again. This is the 4th episode of it. As usual, message me if you want to be a guest. We can schedule some things out. And let's dive right into this. I'm living my life. If you don't know, I'm living my best life. I love my life. Wouldn't change it one bit at the moment. This podcast has had a good start to it, if I say so myself. It shattered my expectations. My expectations would be 3 views a podcast, that being my dad and me and one of my family members. So thank you for everyone who has supported me, this podcast, and gave me feedback. And also thank you everyone for listening to it, and thank you for people who have been spreading the word about it. So thank you everyone. We're going to start this off with some current events for myself. It is currently spring break at the moment. And it's about to be over, I'm pretty sure. I think we go back to school on Monday. But I'm not going back to school on Monday. I'll get into that. My spring break consisted of basically work. I pretty much worked all day. I got up at about 6:15 each day this week. Worked for 8.5 hours, got home, chilled in my bed, ate dinner, went to bed. That was my days. But I was getting bank over it, so it was all worth it. Shout out to Western Building Products. Great place to work for a part-time job. You may ask, why am I off Monday? It's because I'm getting my wisdom teeth pulled Monday. I don't know what time exactly. I might be gone Tuesday too. So I guess that's more spring break for me. Yay! My spring break wasn't a typical spring break of going to Florida to a beach and watching 2 girls in bikinis run Oklahoma drills. I mean, maybe someday that'll be my spring break, watching 2 girls smack the shit out of each other, but wasn't this year, and maybe it will be in the future. And the last current event is, why is this on here? I don't know. My friend Jack, who also works at Western Building Products, I showed him, he's in my 4th hour class. I was doing my podcast layout in class because I finished the reading for the day. And I showed him it, and he typed in Jack's Brown Bricks. So I guess that's a current event today. So yeah, Jack's Brown Bricks. We're going to move on to sports news. We got, four mini topics. The first being March Madness. March Madness has been going on. The Elite 8 has just finished just about an hour ago as I speak. The Elite 8, the Sweet 16 just finished. My bad. Elite 8 starting tomorrow night, or today night. Because I'm recording this at midnight, so I guess today night, if that makes sense. But, yeah, Michigan State, my favorite, has been doing pretty well. They blew out LSU. They blew out Minnesota. Had a scare against their first round. I totally forgot who their first round team was, if I'm being honest. But they're looking pretty good. They play Duke on Sunday, I believe. So that'll be a good game. But Duke has been not looking the best in the tournament. They blew out their first opponent, as they should. When they played UCF, they struggled. They barely won. They got lucky. UCF should have won that game, and Duke should have been out. Then they played. Who did they just play? They played Virginia Tech, and Virginia Tech could have won that game, but it went Duke's favor at the end, like usual. Not like usual. Like, again, I don't know. But it went Duke's way again at the end. So, Duke has been barely winning, and it's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen a third time, Duke. Because Michigan State is winning the tournament. If you don't have Michigan State win the tournament, you're honestly dumb. Retire at life. You're bad at it. You're bad at everything. What is wrong with you? You're honestly dumb. You're a huge idiot for not picking Michigan State to win it all. Then we're going with a Hales Corners legend, Tyler Harrow, who just hit a game winner shot against Houston for Kentucky. Cold-blooded, just pulled. Why not? Bang! Went in, and Houston couldn't recover. And he just put them in the Elite Eight. Wisconsin missing out. If only Wisconsin lowered their ACT scores to roughly about 13 or some stuff like that. Instead of a 30-20. A 30-20. Corbin, what is your math skills at? But if Madison didn't have a total 39 ACT minimum requirement, Tyler Harrow might have put you in the Elite Eight like he did not Gonzaga, Kentucky. And yeah. Speaking of Gonzaga, they look like the best team in the tournament for me. Led by Clark and Rui Hachimura. This team looks pretty good. Who did they beat Florida State kind of comfortably. They're looking very, very good. They play a next underrated team in Texas Tech. That'll be a good game. That's tonight or today night. Whatever, if that makes sense. That's going to be a good game. Winner goes to the Final Four. I expect Gonzaga to win. They've been looking pretty good this whole tournament. And they're probably the overall favorite to win it, but they're not winning it. Because Michigan State is taking this tournament, and there's nothing no one can do about it. Yeah. We're going to move on to the NFL. Some NFL news. Robert Kraft, owner of the New England Patriots. I think charges have been dropped against his prostitution ring, so I guess he's a free man. Robert, how you do it? Just how do you do it? Colin Cap. I don't know if this is 100% true or not, but Colin Kaepernick has been paid $9 million from the NFL for settling for something. I don't know. I got a notification in class, talked about with my guy Chris, shout out to Chris about it, and I haven't really looked into it, so I don't know if it's true or not. But I guess congrats, Colin Kaepernick, for getting your bag. And yeah. Then we got Clay Matthews and Randall Cobb both leaving the Green Bay Packers. They're dumb. Green Bay, they're going to win the Super Bowl. Green Bay's winning the Super Bowl. The Rams, no. 3 points is not going to win you the Super Bowl. Sorry, Clay Matthews. You're a bum now. You've been a bum for the past few years. And will you do good on the Rams? Probably not, if we're being honest. Then we got Randall Cobb, who still exists somehow. He goes to the Dallas Cowboys. He goes to the greatest quarterback ever to play in Seneca Wallace, to Dak Prescott in a matter of 5 years. Come on now. But I guess that's good for him. Dallas is looking pretty stacked now. They're getting slept on. They might make a surprise Super Bowl run, but they're the Dallas Cowboys, man. God's not going to let that happen. Then got Jordan Nelson retire, Packer legend. Is he a Packer? I don't know. But he retired. I'm pretty sure he's signing a one-day contract with the Packers to retire a Packer. I mean, okay. I don't see the point of that. Then we got the 69 legend himself, Gronkowski, retiring. It's kind of funny because his touchdown per game percentage is .69, so he saw that and said, I need to retire right now, and that's what he done. So congrats on a great career, Jordy Nelson and Gronk. Also heard John Kuhn has retired, so yeah. I don't care. I don't know if you care about that. Yeah, we're going to move on to Champions League. Don't know the Champions League, it's soccer. So sorry for some people who clicked off the video, but there's probably like 2 people who like soccer that are listening to this. But for the 2 of you that do, this is something for you. We're going to give you kind of a preview of the Champions League quarterfinals. Spurs versus Man City. Man City's going to destroy them. It's not even going to be close. And Man City's going to advance to the semis. Not a bold prediction right there. Then we got Ajax versus Juve. Ajax, they took care of PSG. Or is it PSG? No, they took care of Real Madrid. Why am I saying PSG? Whatever. And Juve, they have Ronaldo. So, Juve's taking it just because they have Ronaldo, the GOAT. You got Liverpool versus Porto. Liverpool's dicking Porto. They're destroying them. It's not even going to be close. So, Liverpool is advancing. Barcelona versus Man U is the last game, or the last draw. We got Messi taking on the red hot Man U team. And I say this is a toss-up. Will Messi choke like he usually does in the Champions League, or will he prevail? Or will this Man U run come to an end, or continue a little bit longer? I'm going with Man U on this one. Why? Because, I don't know. Why not? Yeah. Last sport topic we have is fighting. Conor McGregor has retired from the MMA. From the MMA? What am I saying? from MMA. I'm not much of a fighting guy, but I know who McGregor is, who doesn't. He like him and his charisma. He does. It's just McGregor. You can't really describe the man. Then KSI versus Logan Paul. The rematch is happening. If you don't know who these guys are, they're YouTubers who box. Like, what kind of ridiculous shit is YouTube on these days? But they're having a rematch because they died. And prediction? Logan Paul is probably going to destroy KSI, for being honest. Yeah. I like KSI more, but Logan Paul's probably going to destroy him. We're going to move on to the random shit portion of this podcast. South Park. Yeah. What do I have to say about South Park? Probably the greatest animated show ever. Maybe even greatest show ever. I'll put that up there. Eric Cartman is probably the funniest thing ever created. I don't know how the writers come up with shit that South Park does, but I don't know how, what makes them think of some shit they think of. Yeah. And that's about to do it up for South Park. Then we're going with some Chuck All-Stars. I customized some Chuck All-Stars, NBA edition ones. And they're going to be coming in the next few days. If you don't know, Converse released this like Chuck All-Star kind of collab with the NBA where there's like 10 teams you can choose from and customize them. It looks pretty dope. I got the Bucks one, of course. Yeah, Giannis for MVP. Tony Snell, the GOAT. And yeah, I don't know why I put that. I don't know why, man. Then Minute Maid Lemonade. I'd take a $1 sponsorship for them because their freaking drink is so freaking good. And it doesn't compare to anything else. And maybe Orange High C is up there, but Minute Maid Lemonade, best drink ever created. Can't go wrong with it. So, Minute Maid Lemonade, if you are listening to this, I would like a sponsorship. I'll pay you to sponsor your product as long as you give me a free product. As long as you give me free shit. I'll pay you. I'll pay you $2 for it, for a sponsorship. So give me a sponsorship now. And to make this podcast long enough, I'm going to put myself on the spot and do a little freestyle rap for you guys. And yeah. My name is Corbin Stello. Step back, fade away, Carmelo. They may call me a fat ass, but I hit the dagger in their face. GOAT status. My dad's name is Pat. I use your broke jump shot as a floor mat. Yeah, that's about does it for my. Oh my god, I still have like 3 minutes to fill. Oh, let's just talk about some random shit because that freestyle was kind of fire, but that's a preview. Should I do a podcast of all like rapping? How dope would that be? It won't work, but how dope would that be? Let's try to get some filler time. What else is on my mind? Shout out to... Let's give out some shout outs, why not? Let's give out 3 shout outs. Shout out to the movie Brother Bear. One of the best kids movies of all time, if I say so myself. Shout out to Edward Cheserek. Probably the GOAT runner of ever. Yes, that makes total sense, but I can't think of anything else. I see an Oregon flag thing in my brother's room, so I thought of Edward Cheserek. And yeah, so Edward Cheserek, great name. Let's talk about Big Dick Nick. I'm not gay for him, that's his actual nickname. He is the reason why Cody Parkey missed that Bears field goal in the playoffs against the Eagles. Because when Nick Foles saw that field goal attempt, he took out his wiener and started windmilling. He started windmilling it to make a huge windstorm, which made it double doink. I know my family listens to this podcast, and they're going to be like, what the hell is he thinking? Like, what the hell goes through this kid's mind? But shout out to my family who listens to it. Yeah. Just go like a minute to fill in. Shout out Charlie Subs. My mom is kind of not doing it today, but I asked her to get Charlie Subs because I saw an ad. I was like, okay, we haven't had Charlie Subs in a while, and I kind of need it. So I texted my mom saying, can you get Charlie Subs? She's like, no, we have steak. I'm like, come on now. Charlie Subs, greatest shit ever invented. If you pair a Charlie Subs with a side of like cheese fries, with a Minute Maid lemonade, while watching South Park, wearing your Chuck All-Stars, what else? while you're on spring break, while you're recording a podcast, and while you're getting your wisdom teeth pulled. That makes sense. I try to get as much shit I talked about in this podcast. Yeah, if you do all that, that's the perfect combination. So, but honestly, a Minute Maid lemonade paired with a Charlie subs, holy shit, is that the best thing that ever created. And we're going to move right out to this outro because I passed the 20-minute mark. That's my goal for each episode. I got one thing as usual. Plug the Twitter at CorbinBL. Shout out Jamari for Stellar Talks. So I guess that's the name of this podcast now. And yeah, Corbin out.